Welcome back to the channel. My name is Todd Jewell, and in today's video, we're going to look at the top considerations I think you need to have when you're trying to determine what neighborhood, or even more specifically, what subdivision you want to call home here in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. Let's get to it. So the first big consideration that you've got to take into account when you're looking at the specific area you want to be in or the neighborhood is to remember why you're moving. Why did you choose to move to Knoxville, Tennessee in the first place? What are you looking for? That has to be your top priority. Are you moving here to Knoxville just simply because it's closer to family? Or are you moving here for schools or for safety? Or maybe it's retirement and you're in an outdoor, you love the outdoors and you want to be close to the water, or you love to walk. Remember what drew you here to begin with. When we're looking at an area, that is the most important thing that you're going to determine. It's not going to be the house. You can renovate a house, you can do different things to a house, you can add on to a house, you can do all those things, but you can't move a house. So the second thing that you need to consider is relating to the first, and that is the other life considerations, daily needs, and those types of things that you're looking for in an area. But there's so many things in different layers that you need to consider when you're looking to move. And some of them do have to take priority over others, obviously, but a lot of times we can get the top priority done as well as most of the other things that are really important to you, because Knoxville is diverse, has a lot of options as it comes to housing. And so if we understand those and take you through this process, we can usually get you in an area that's going to check the box for the first set of considerations as well as most of the second. So the third consideration has got to be budget and affordability of where you choose to live. Is it or is it not in the city limits? That's a very important consideration, because that will more than double your taxes if you're in the city or if you're not in the city and just in the county. So price of the home, obviously. If you have a budget and you need a home that's a little bit larger because of a family, then the West Knoxville Farragut area is probably going to be a real challenge for you. So budget has to be taken into consideration. Knoxville is also a great area because there are many options and that fit many different budgets. And it's not always purchase price. Everybody thinks about purchase price, but it's also the taxes. Are you locating into a neighborhood, or more specifically a subdivision that has HOA fees? Those get added on. So if you're paying an extra $150 a month in HOA fees, your payment just went up $150. You have to consider all of those things when looking for your neighborhood, and then more specifically into your subdivision. So the fourth consideration that you've got to take into account is going to be your commute. We talked a little bit about this earlier, but a commute to whatever you're doing weekly, daily is very, very important. And Knoxville is a county that has a lot of different ways to get around in it. So based on where you locate and where you're going to need to be going weekly, it can really make a difference in your commute. If you're someone who needs to go, say, to the University of Tennessee on a daily basis, or maybe you need to be downtown 2 or 3 days a week, that's a huge consideration, and we want to make sure that we locate you in a neighborhood and then in a subdivision that has multiple routes downtown that are easy to get there, easy commutes. It's the number one thing that I hear from those of you who have to relocate when you're here, who bought with a different agent, is that I came into town, I found a real estate agent, I told them I love these homes, they showed you that home, and they sold you that home, and you loved the neighborhood at the time, or you thought you did in the subdivision, and then you found out it is a mess to get to where you need to on a daily basis. And when you were here, you just didn't happen to be here at the time when traffic was what it is. So it's very important that you take that into consideration when you're looking for your neighborhood and your subdivision. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. We love those. If you've got a comment, put that below. If there's anything that you would love to see us do a video on in the future, put that also in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, you need to do so. We're doing 2 to 3 videos every week to try to help you with your move here to Knoxville. And until next time, guys, I can't wait to see you around Knoxville really soon.